Keepers is an epic collection of unique dungeons crafted in 5e mechanics and featuring a menagerie of fantasy heroes and monsters. This incredibly rich video game-inspired world is brought to life for your tabletop as a customizable and infinitely replayable series of monster-run dungeons that can be played from 3 different perspectives.
Hi everybody, welcome to this very special edition of Play on Tabletop presents a brand new Kickstarter called Legend of the Keepers. With me today is Austin and Brent, Dr. Vancouver. You may recognize Brent as he's been always our go-to, always our guy, always around when we need him. And Austin is from my local shop, Game Changers in Mission, which we want to thank Kelly and Delfino Dracar for this amazing terrain that we get to play on today. In this game, Austin and Brent are going to take the role of the monsters. I'm going to be playing not only the Games Master, but also the characters that are trying to steal their loot. You guys are seasoned 5th edition veterans.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to this. Cool thing about the Legend of the Keepers campaign book is we've seen early copies of it, so some of the stuff that we're doing here may change, some of it may be slightly different, but it's incredibly versatile. It comes with a whole bunch of dungeons, it comes with mechanics to tell you how to actually advance those dungeons, how to make them stronger, how to make them better. There's a cool mechanic called Blood, Tears, and Gold, which of course monsters want to deal in blood and tears, hopefully the tears of the fallen heroes, but heroes want to take that away from the monsters because that's their currency to affect the game state. There's random events for every room, and that's the best part about this. The different dungeons that come with it, the different random events, the replayability is absolutely fantastic. A lot of times with D&D campaigns, you kind of run through it once. I'm thinking Horde of the Dragon Queen, stuff like that. You run through it and you're kind of done. This has got some really fantastic rules and a really great way to decide to just smack the crap out of all your buddies. It's kind of fun. And you can play it as a PvP. You can absolutely play this as 2 teams going against each other, trying to beat each other, and it's a ton of fun. So it is obviously slanted in the monster's shape a little bit, but hopefully with some lucky dice rolls and non-Steve Touch dice, I'll be able to bring home victory for the characters today. The Kickstarter campaign is also offering over 100 fantasy STLs, which we're using a lot of today, stuff that we were able to get painted and printed in time. Check out the Kickstarter, check out the link in the description. There's some really, really cool stuff. Personally, I think Bango Battle Britches is one of my favorites, but the neat thing is we're actually doing this in partnership with the team that's putting Legend of the Keepers together. They've actually designed a couple miniatures based on our team. So those are going to be available as stretch goals. I'm going to get my very own me, and I can't be happier about it. Tycho as well is going to be getting a miniature based on him. I've seen the renders, I haven't seen the actual prints yet, but oh my goodness, they look so cool. This campaign is also going to be introducing Stonecraft terrain, Lazy Squire Games all new STL terrain. We don't have any of that stuff yet. However, we're using this stuff from Delfino Dracar, who has kindly let us use this for our shoot today to give you some concept and idea of what the game can look like and to really feel that play on cinematic kind of role. So the concept here is this is based in 5th edition, so the 5th edition mechanics are in play. We're all very familiar with that. We might mess them up, but ultimately the role with Dungeons & Dragons is always it's story over rules, it's role play over fun. You guys get to play bad guys. Austin, what do you think about getting to play the bad guy?
Well, my main shtick is goblins and kobolds, so I'm ecstatic.
You are a fan of goblins in most every game. You are definitely a goblin fanatic. Brent, what do you think of the idea of being the monsters?
I always like to play the monstrous races, like lizard folk, merfolk, those kind of like monster type characters, so this is right up my alley.
What we've done is we've taken several rooms from the dungeon, from the sample play, and we've created a mock-up of the dungeon. It's not quite the same as the massive 30-room dungeon that you get in the book that we've actually seen some advanced copies of. So tracking blood and tears and gold, we're going to do it. It's not going to be as effective in our game, but random events will occur. There will be mechanics that we'll talk about during the game and explain as we go on that are specific to Legend of the Keepers. But what we've done is create several rooms for us to work through, really for me to work through. These guys are going to try to stop me and kill my characters. So I have got a selection of characters that were sort of pre-selected and chosen. You guys ready?
As I'll ever be.
Let's do
All
it.
right. I'm going to place my characters into the first room. The unique thing about Legend of the Keepers, I know there's going to be bad guys in these rooms, I know there's going to be traps in these rooms. I get to tell my players what my passive perception is to see if I notice anything, and then they get to sort of place their models wherever they choose to. So right now, Austin and Brent are going to talk about where they're going to place any bad guys if they need to, and then I'm going to place my models and we're going to go from there. So you guys go ahead and figure out where your models are going to go. You have a copy of the map there.
Yep.
Decide what and if anything goes anywhere, and we'll go from there.
For room 1, we have the entryway,
Yep.
which will be filled with Phosmos and Friends' Goblin Band of Mischief. With the plan I'm thinking, we can put 4 back here against the wall, 2 on each side of the carts, and use that to set up an ambush.
Sounds good. Pincer him in.
You guys have got that all figured out. Now it's my turn. I get to place my models into the room.
A portcullis opens into a chiseled stone entry chamber. A series of wooden pegs have been driven into the walls, and some hang with tattered and stained cloaks. There are also crates within, stacked haphazardly, as though someone has just received a large delivery.
This is kind of cool. As a DM, having the players read me the description of the room, I think that's kind of fun. I'm going to bring Greaves Kendalldark, the human fighter, into the room first, and then I'm going to bring Echo Chance, the Tiefling Warlock, Otomo Powerfist, the Monk, and then I'm going to have Sahil Longwinter, the Cleric. Now, these aren't the suggested models to play through, but we just love them, so we made them and printed them because they're cool. Main's Gloomdin is the human rogue, and then Bango Battlebritches, possibly the best name for a character I've ever heard, so I'm going to actually put the Bango in the back. Bango Battlebritches' passive wisdom perception is a 15.
Oh, just beats out Phosmos and Friends by 1.
Ah, so I spot Phosmos and Friends. I love that you've named the models that are about to die.
Yeah, how else do you do this?
This is very true. This is
Every
very
goblin is special, never forget.
true. You guys get to place Phosmos and Friends. Oh, I'm so excited. That means we're going to get to roll initiative, because I actually spotted your little ambush. That's one of the new models?
Yep, this is one of the new goblin models.
Ooh, very cool. Something to get out of the way really quick is this dungeon is worth 3,000 gold, 200 blood, 200 tears. That's the economy in Legends of the Keepers. With a 30-room dungeon, every time the players clear one, the characters clear one, it's worth 100 gold, 7 blood, and 7 tears. So that adds up pretty close to 3,000, 200, and 200. However, if you guys kill a character, you get 15 blood, 15 tears. Blood, tears, gold are the currencies with which events occur and happen. So we've got some stuff that's going to randomly occur. The other events, because we're only going to be doing 4 or 5 rooms, aren't going to be too much to influence yet. However, there's some really cool mechanics like clearing rooms, attacking rooms, adding bonuses to monsters, giving penalties to characters, all sorts of neat stuff that can happen that you pay those gold, blood, and tears that you've accrued in order to make occur to try to either save the dungeon or to clear the dungeon. Initiative, gentlemen. I'm going to roll initiative now. Technically, I'm rolling for the entire party, so I'm going to roll once, and then you guys get to each roll for your half a dudes. So I get my initiative, and it's not going to be great.
Phosmos is going to be showing on up with initiative 19.
Well, that's going to be before the characters act.
And the friends get 24.
Well, I definitely didn't get anywhere near that. I rolled a 9, and I think my highest bonus is either 3 or 4. So 24 gets to move before absolutely everybody.
Get them, boys. We're going to cut them.
Oh, you're coming after Otomo, my monk. Oh, you split your forces too, didn't you?
Yes.
One on either side.
And then these ones will come after the rogue. They have 1 attack each. These 2 in
Otomo? Okay.
What weapon do they get to use, Brent?
They get to use a damn knife. So the first one rolls a 22.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, this might be it for Otomo.
The second one rolls a 17.
Both of those are going to hit.
1d4 plus 2.
Oh, they're strong little goblins.
Now the first one deals you 5 damage, and the second one deals you 4 damage.
Well, that just cut me in half. Oh, here comes the rogue getting shivved now. Oh, Main's Gloomdin, you got this.
That's only an 8.
Ah, ha, ha. No, you don't. You miss.
That's a 23 then.
Oh, that's, yeah, going to hit. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
And he does...
Oh, max damage. That's going to sting a little bit. Well, it's still not me.
We're rolling dice and taking names.
Well, Phosmos wants to crawl over those barrels. I think there's probably going to be some kind of dexterity check involved. Let's make it a dexterity saving throw. I would probably say a 13 because they are haphazardly scattered.
Well, Phosmos comes crawling over the barrels, but he gets stuck with a 1.
Oh no! Phosmos launches over the barrels and stops right there. Oh no, Phosmos! The other guys can absolutely run over those too, I think, but they can probably get around the other way faster.
The other 2 are going to attempt to crawl over to come join the fun, but we'll see whether or not the friends can make it through. First one does not with an 8.
So the other one's down.
And the second one comes flying through with an 18.
Had they moved carefully, they wouldn't have been able to attack.
But unfortunately, they wouldn't have been able to make it.
Anybody wondering at home, that's how we figured to rule it. So 2 of them made it in. Phosmos, however, is lying there on his back, staring at the sky, contemplating his life as a goblin. You get to fight twice, though, and I think one can go into Otomo and one can go into Greaves.
We'll start with Otomo and we'll go to Greaves afterwards. Friend number 1 stabs into Otomo with a modified 20.
Oh boy, okay.
He rolls a 3 though.
So it's almost hurt, but not quite dead yet. And then Greaves Dark. Okay, armor class 19. Here we go.
Let's see if they can roll high. Unfortunately, not high enough with a 17.
Ching! You miss, sir. So let's start from the back. Bangle Battle Breeches, the gnome wizard, I think is going to have to bring some pain. This looks like trouble. Well, he's going to cast a magic missile. He's going to put 2 into one of the goblins and 1 into the other goblin that are in front of Maine's Gloom Den. Goblin number 1, we'll say the goblin closest to me, is going to take 7 damage.
Just enough to kill little Jim.
Your other goblin takes 2 damage.
Tim's still alive, but he's got a little chip in his shoulder now.
Bango Battle Breeches is just gonna try to move a little bit here. I'm gonna move up my Tiefling Warlock. She's gonna move up. She's gonna go right here. My Warlock is going to use Burning Hands, another first level spell, and I'm going to try to roast all 3 of the goblins that are right in front of us. Go ahead, sir.
All right, well, we're starting off with the first goblin named Bim.
Bim?
Bim rolls a modified 18. Then we're gonna go to Gim. Onwards. Oh, that's gonna toast him hard with a modified 4.
Lastly, is one of Brent's.
He will also fail.
All right, so everybody who failed is gonna take 14 damage. And everybody who saved is gonna take 7.
That'll still roast the whole bunch.
That's my Tiefling Warlock. Well, that's cleared space for a lot of guys, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
So that means I'm going to move Greaves Kendledrak up, move to here, smack Phosmoth who's laying down, so you're prone. Greaves Kendledrak attacking with advantage because you're prone. An 18 and a 10, so I'll take the 18. That's gonna give me a 25 total.
He's entered the other plane with his friends.
D10 plus 5, I'll roll this out in front of you guys. That's 10 damage.
Oh no, Phosmoz has passed on.
I'm going to move backwards and flank the other goblin, which will give my rogue advantage to stabby McStabby stab. Gloomden is going to attack. He has short sword and dagger. Ooh, so I can attack with both. I'm attacking with advantage, which means my rogue gets sneak attack damage. I am so gonna pace that little goblin. It's gonna be awesome.
Bring it on.
Let's roll. Well, that's gonna be a 13 plus 6.
Oh
Never mind.
no.
Leave me alone.
D6 plus 6, and then it's 2d6 sneak attack damage. 19 damage to the little, that was Tim, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe that was Tim.
I think his name is now, ah! I killed the dude. I feel so happy. My bonus action is I'm going to cunning action and go into stealth. Unless you see a passage perception of 21 or higher, I am now sneak attacky and hidden. I'm gonna go with Otomo now. So Otomo is going to punch the goblin in the face. I hit armor class 12.
Ooh, that is a miss.
That leaves my healer. The healer is going to move up, and because he's still on the building, move through your threat range, get behind that goblin, and attack with advantage. But I'm only gonna hit an armor class of 13.
Also a miss.
Oh no. I have attacked with all of my characters. I have done all of my things. That is the end of the first round of combat. Second round of combat, you guys have 2 models left. Nah, I feel better about this. Brent,
Well,
you had the highest initiative.
yes, and you're about to have one less because the drummer is going to play a little beat on your head. Goblin power! Ooh, that's only a 9.
That is not gonna hurt me. A 9, your goblin power. I laugh at your goblin power.
In a surge of vengeance for his good dear friend Phosmoz, Charlie is moving forward to take care of that pesky, pesky monk. A 15 was rolled.
That hits my armor class, yes sir.
With 1 fatal stab at the heart, he rolls for 4 damage.
Oof, all right. That's not so good.
Rest in peace, Charlie. You will be missed.
It's going to move through but not leave your threatened range. Chop. That's an armor class 18 for D10 plus 5 damage.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
I rolled an 8.
That's not a 1.
That's not a 1. One goblin goes down, and then Otomo ends up with a 14 on the last one.
That actually misses.
Does it actually miss? Oh my goodness. And then the cleric, well, that's a 22. 5. Plus 2 is 7.
Just enough.
I gain 100 gold, and Austin is going to keep track of that for me. I gain 7 blood, and I gain 7 tears, and you guys lose that as well.
Yes, we do, unfortunately, and that will affect what we'll be able to get access to for some of the event cards and other things down the road.
So we've managed to clear a room. Now what we get to do is roll for a random event. We're rolling because we don't have the event card deck yet. Each of these cards or random events are like monster focused, dungeon focused, player focused. So it's really interesting, this mechanic, because it changes the game every time you play it. We've cleared a room. The random event, the card that was pulled was actually the Unholy Shroud, which means that these guys are going to get frost damage on probably the next room because they want to kill me as fast as possible. I actually get to heal up to half my hit points, which is great because Atomo is down to 2 hit points at present. I'm going to move my characters to near the next room. I'm going to be sneaky and I'm going to stealth my Main's Gloomed In, roll his stealth check, which I'm going to have a 23 on my stealth check.
Well, as he enters the room, he feels the shivers from the unholy shroud.
Uh-oh.
So as you enter the room, 3 tattered mats grace the floor of this room, and a low table has flagons, copper pieces, and cards upon it at the room's center.
This looks like some kind of guard chamber, doesn't it? Go ahead and place your hobgoblins, gentlemen. You'll note that we're using classic D&D minis for this. Boy, oh boy, do they just not hold a candle to the STLs that you get from this Kickstarter.
They are incredibly detailed.
Oh, so very, very cool. So that's what we see?
Yes, sir.
I have the drop on you guys, don't I?
You do.
So that my first attack with my rogue will have sneak attack damage. That means I'm going to sneak over to here, and I'm gonna stab that dude, and as I stab him, shout, "There's 4 of them!" My initiative is gonna be, ooh, I rolled a 5, but wait, I'm +6, 11. I get a free attack before initiative actually occurs, and then we go into initiative order.
I get, for my section of the Hobgob band, a modified 17.
And
Well, I need to roll better, apparently.
Gets a modified 3.
I get the drop on somebody, at least. All right, so the free attack, that's gonna be a 21. I am a dice goblin. Oh, I roll a 1, +4 is 5 damage.
Oh, we're still standing strong
Oh,
after that.
I'm sorry, let me add 2d6 sneak attack damage to that.
Convenient.
Oh, that's another 7.
Just enough to take out the first hobgoblin.
That's gonna go to the next highest initiative, which I believe is your lone goblin.
Feeling invigorated by the shivers coursing through the room, we are going to call this one Mr. 2-Ton. Is going to come charging forward to strike down the foe, slamming down with his damn longsword.
It's a damned longsword?
Yep, unfortunately, a mighty 6.
A mighty 6 is not enough, sir. Then I'm going to come charging into the room with Kendall-Drac right through everybody. He is going to take a swing at, what is the name of that goblin drummer?
Bing boom.
Bing Boom is going to get bada bing boomed with a big boom boom. I do not think that a 9 is going to do it, though.
No.
Atomo goes charging in, and Atomo is going to attack the same goblin. Come on, monk. Wow, I really need to aim lower. Healer's going to move in, and she's going to take a swing as well. I'm going to hit armor class 15.
That is a miss.
That is a miss. Oh my. We're going to move up to just outside the room, the Tiefling Warlock. So I'm gonna firebolt at this guy here. I miss. Bango's gonna move up. Bango Battle Britches is gonna firebolt into Badum Tis. Bing bang boom. Uh-oh, I get a 17 and I miss. That is gonna be over to you, Mr. Brent.
Very bad news for the monk, because sensing the injuries on them is going to, the hobgoblin here is going to use martial advantage. Once per round can deal an extra 7 or 2d6, depending, to a creature within 5 feet and an ally.
That stacks
my.
on top of our shroud.
I think my monk might be in trouble.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
I don't think a 7 hits.
No, it doesn't!
Oh.
Goodness gracious.
Come on, Bing Bong, finish what we started.
This one will just shift in there. And it is still within an ally within 5, so it will also get the set +7. Smash the monk. Beat their brains. Hit them with. Oh! 7 again!
Well, Austin, you do have one hobgoblin left.
Well, following suit and the great lead of Bing Bong, we are going to attempt a martial advantage as well. We were thinking about going for our plate armor foe, but unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get hit.
His armor class is pretty high.
But I think an 18 hits a monk.
Absolutely hits Atomo. Oh no!
So we have 1d10, 2d6, and a d4 being rolled into this.
Oh, all at once.
So we have 20 damage in total.
Wow. So Otomo is absolutely pasted. So that gives you guys 15 blood and 15 tears.
We're not recovering our gold back from what we lost in the last room, but we are getting the deficit taken care of.
Now it's back to me. Oh my, this is not going the way I'd hoped. I am going to move Bango up to here. I'm going to burn another first level spell. I'm going to cast Color Spray and hopefully blind these two creatures so that we can gain some measure of advantage, because right now they're hitting us way too hard and I've already lost a character. So that's going to be 6d10 worth of hit dice, or hit points. So I get a total of 34 hit points. This is just blinding hit points worth of creatures. So how many hit points does the first hobgoblin have?
11.
So he's blinded, and then the next one,
Blinded as well.
22, that leaves 12 hit points. Greaves Candledark has more than that, so it has no effect. I'm going to shift my Tiefling Warlock over. She's going to Firebolt into the corner.
She's gonna try.
Armor class 9.
That will be a miss.
That is an absolute monster miss. I still have 2 characters to fight. I'm going to do a little bit of a shift this direction so that I now have advantage over that goblin. I'm going to stab him with a 19 plus.
Oh, yeah.
It's only d4 plus 4 plus 2d6. 14 damage.
Another great soldier goes down.
Brent, you are blinded. So if you have any sight-based skill checks, you'll automatically fail. You give me advantage fighting you, and you fight with disadvantage. So that means I'm going to smack the guy right in front of Bango Battlebritches. I'm going to hit him as hard as I can with Greaves Candledark and try to down him once and for all with a 19! D10 plus 5 for 10.
Oh, he survives with 1 HP left.
The priest in the corner has not fought. She's going to swing with advantage. I have plus 5 to hit. I get a 16. Womp, womp. Oh, these guys are tough. All right, it's over to you, Brent.
We will attempt with disadvantage to strike back at
Greaves
Austin.
Candledark, the fighter.
Yes, the fighter. I'm going to get you wherever you are.
Oh.
That's a 1.
That's a mighty, mighty fail.
And then your other one.
This is going to go into Bango Battle Britches. Yes. Goblin. 10.
No, that's not enough, sir.
Just swinging wildly in the dark.
It's going to come back to me.
Yep.
Then I'm going to do some sneakiness, move around and behind. Because we're only team initiative, we're going to say the blindness effect has now ended. However, I am sneaking and sneaking and sneaking in behind here to get advantage on you, sir. Oh no, that might actually not be enough. Armor class 9 plus, I believe I'm only plus 6 with my dagger, so 15.
That is a miss.
Greaves will smack as well, and Greaves will hit with an armor class of 24. And he does a minimum of 6 damage, so I think that actually picks you up and removes you from the table side. And to provide some support for everybody else, he's going to step up to be in behind you here. I'm going to give a firebolt from my tiefling. You're no longer blinded. I absolutely miss. The cleric will just try to smack you really good. She does not have advantage. She absolutely misses. It's totally up to Bango Battlebritches now. He's going to actually step back.
Well, Brent, it looks like you get to do an attack of opportunity against Bango Battlebritches.
Let's go. No.
Oh,
One
totally
day.
worth it. I hit armor class 17.
That is a miss. Roll and oh, look at that. It's a 8. It misses completely.
Activate back to my turn. And at this point, it's all but over. Greaves Candledark absolutely smacks you for 12 damage. That's enough to kill him outright. And I've cleared that room. You lose 100 gold, 7 blood, 7 tears, but you did kill one of my characters. And see, unlike in traditional 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, even though these are hero characters, and we use the term hero very loosely, once they hit 0 hit points, they're dead. That's it. They're done. It's monsters in this case. We could allow it to go negative, but these are just minions. They don't matter. They're literally, their job is to try to stop the characters from progressing any further.
All minions matter, man.
So I've cleared another room. That gives me 100 gold, 7 blood, 7 tears, which I haven't got anything to spend it on yet, but it's also time for another random event. I have drawn, or rolled, the champion card. So this is a hero card, and it adds a champion to the heroes for a single room. I get to use a hero for 1 dungeon, for 1 room. Ta-da-da! So new guy, go check out the new room.
Tables with strange multicolored beakers, vials, glass bottles, and tubes fill much of this room, as do a series of small wooden kegs. The walls of the rooms are covered in parchment with hundreds of strange recipes and diagrams on them.
So this is like an Alchemist Room?
Yep.
Yes.
And what do I see? Those goblins look very kaboomy.
They are doing experiments.
That means it's time for initiative, gents.
We roll a 12.
My team only got a 10. That means you're gonna get to act first, sir.
I think it's time for Grizz Kaboom to finally retire.
Wait a minute, these are kamikaze goblins? I love this concept, but secondly, oh no!
I think Grizz Kaboom.
Which one's Grizz Kaboom?
Grizz Kaboom is back here. He's gonna see this as a golden opportunity to go out with some flair, and he's gonna try and bypass the hoplite and take as many of them with.
So I'm going to take an attack of opportunity as you go by the hoplite. That's a 20.
Grizz gets to here and goes, oh no!
So I'm gonna do 9 points of damage to Grizz Kaboom.
You've killed him, I believe.
Yes!
So that's my attack of opportunity though. All right, so then you have more actions here, guys.
His second in command just says, you know what? He'll shift over to here and then go boom.
Well, 3d6 fire damage, here we go.
Hiya! 9.
So my Tiefling Warlock is only going to take half, so he's going to take 5. Greaves Kendalldark is going to take 9. That's one way to get past an armor class 19, though. And then my Hoplite's going to take 9. And what are the other two goblins going to do? Just try to stab the Hoplite?
He's gonna stay back there, and he's gonna spend his action to hide behind the table.
Ah, okay.
Come on, good thing.
Is that a 20?
That's a nat 20.
This goblin right here is no longer visible to anybody. Your other goblin is going to stab me with his damn knife. It's a damn knife.
That'll be a 22 to hit. The hoplite takes 5 damage.
So he's taken 14 so far. Now it's over to my action. We'll get rid of your explosion that dissipates now. And I'm going to move my fighter in, and he's going to take a swing at your goblin. I hit an armor class of 20.
That will hit by a
D10
fair amount.
Plus 5. Oops. I'm gonna do 13 damage to him.
That will be a lethal kill.
And seeing as there's nothing else in the room, because my passive perception won't be able to check it, I'm just gonna slide over beside this table here. I'm going to then move up my healer here, and she's going to cast a spell on Greaves Kendalldark. She's going to heal D8 plus 4 to my warrior. So he's gonna get back 8 hit points.
Nice.
The hoplite has no idea where anything is, but he's gonna move this direction and still can't see you because you're not actually there.
I'm just a figment of your imagination.
Now, I was out of the way there, so I don't think he would actively search, but he might give it a try.
Yep.
Where did he go? That is going to be a 17, I believe.
That goes against what I rolled for the stealth check,
Yes, sir.
so that will fail.
I'm going to move the Tiefling forward and Bango Battle Britches just to here. That's going to end my turn.
Well then, it will roll back to our turn with the last sole survivor of the Grizz Kaboom gang. Would I please be allowed the honors of an earth-shattering kaboom?
You may.
Seeing that he has such a lovely crowd gathered, he hits the big red button on his chest and goes kaboom!
Oh no!
Since he's beside the table that's filled with mysterious potions, alchemical reagents, there's a 25% for the table to catch fire and deal fire damage to everyone within 10 feet of the table. Come on, earth-shattering kaboom! 8 damage, that's not bad.
8 damage is going to go to the hoplite, and I'm going to say that kills him outright. 10 feet, that's going to go to the rogue. The fighter's out of range. However, you said a 25% chance that that catches fire, so what are we going to roll? On a 1 to 25 or on a 76 to 100?
76 to 100. We're feeling spicy today.
Feeling spicy, so let us roll, gentlemen.
Come on, high numbers.
58. It does not catch fire, but Johnny da Bomb Bomby is dead. That's 100 gold for me, 7 blood, 7 tears. And another roll on the mighty chart. You guys have just drawn the engineer card.
Ooh.
Pay 200 gold and increase all traps in the room by 1 damage dice. The type of dice is always subject to the dice utilized. If it's d6s, it would add a d6.
Well, I don't know about you, Brent, but I think that's more than worth it.
I do too.
So you'll have to pay.
200 gold.
So this is when we talk about tracking blood and tears, etc. The monsters will be able to use 200 of their gold from the actual storage that they have from the 3,000 cap, spend that to make a room that has traps, do more damage. That means I get to go into the next room, and I really shouldn't have even bothered with this room, so we're just gonna go move into this room. What we see.
Large basalt pillars decorate the corners and centers of this chamber. Each pillar has a tattered banner on it that is decorated with skulls.
So I have a passive perception of 15 with Bango Battle Britches. Do I see anything creeping or hiding in the corner of the room?
No monsters are currently visible at the moment.
I'm gonna move my rogue and I'm gonna go inspect one of these packages.
Roll a
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, there's some kind of trap. I roll an 11 and I'm definitely sure that my initiative bonus of +6 means I'm pretty sure that I'm over that.
A spike shoots up quickly from the floor, and you nimbly dodge out of the way last second, and then shoots back into the floor.
And what's in the package?
A little bit of pie.
yeah.
Goblin pie. It's not a goblin flavored pie, but it's made by goblin.
Yes.
I'm gonna try, I'm gonna leave those guys back there. Let's try looking at that package. I have a search roll of 14.
You're pretty sure this is a trap.
Aha! I think I may have found a possible issue. The question is, I didn't set this trap off standing there. So which direction do the traps actually go? I'm gonna move right over the trap, right to here.
Okay, when you go and step on it, the spikes shoot up out of the floor at you.
And I need to make a reflex, oh boy.
You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
You step over it, shrink, and you would just kind of nimbly cartwheel over it as it.
So then I'm going to try to, and he's going to double move. Did I trigger anything that direction?
Not at the moment.
Oh, interesting, all right. And then she can go 2 more. Uh-oh. And then... Uh-oh. She's gonna stop there and I'll bet you that's gonna trigger it.
Yep.
I get an 11.
That will be a failure. Mr. Brent, would you like to roll the damage?
How much damage does the spike trap do?
1d8 damage, but because of our engineering that we paid for, it does an
the
extra
card you guys drew,
Yes.
200 gold pieces, and you do an extra dive damage.
He will suffer a 7,
Okay.
but on top of that, you have half normal speed as the spike pierces your foot.
I'm going to just move up into the hallway a bit, but I'm going to spend another first level cure spell and try to rid her of that effect. And it's D8 plus 4 that she's going to gain back, which is 7. I'm only down to 2 first level spell slots on my healer. But I've cleared a room. 7 blood and 7 tears for me, please, plus 100 gold. And another random event. So you guys have pulled Rallying Banner, which means monsters in a group containing the banner are considered under the effects of haste, which means you're going to get +2 to your armor class. You're going to gain an extra action, which basically is going to be an extra attack. I'm going to step into the room, set up your room as you need to before I cross the threshold.
Take the lead, good Sir Brent. We have Warlord Wilmer sitting in front of his throne. Warlord Wilmer, who is able to gather up Phosmo and friends and the great Grizz Kaboom gang together.
His number 1, we have Grim Gorax, his orc.
Understand, we've adjusted this final battle a little bit to make it a little bit more epic as we're shortening this dungeon simply for this playthrough to give you guys a real idea how the game works. I have approached the entrance to the room. What do I see, gents?
As you enter the Great Hall, pillars line this long hall, and a throne stands at the far end, flanked by 2 flaming braziers. An old violet rug has been rolled out leading to the throne, and there is evidence of blood splatter on it.
What the heck am I looking at here? This is crazy, and there's a lot of dudes here. I'm really hoping I win initiative. Oh yeah, that's an 18, baby.
Oh.
18 before I add any bonuses.
Oh, mama.
3! Well, yeah! Their characters finally win initiative, and it's important because it's the final fight.
His minions go separately.
You're playing the Minotaur, and you get to be the minions?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's one way to split it. Ideally, the way that it's suggested to split is split in half. However, you guys are going to have way more fun doing it your way. I'm totally cool with it.
Orc. Ooh, is a 13.
So I've got me at well over 18, a 3.
6 for the little ones.
It's time for Bango Battlebritches, who is way OP for this dungeon, but I'm kind of glad he is, to earn his keep. Bango Battlebritches moves to here and says, Fireball! For purposes of the game, Bango is a little bit higher level, but he's such a cool model we couldn't help but use him. So he's limited in his spellcasting ability. He's only going to be able to get off that 1 spell at 3rd level. However, hopefully that 8d6 Fireball is going to be enough to wreck everybody's day. I cast Fireball into the corner of the room. I'm hoping to wipe out all of these guys and maybe do some damage to Wilmer the Minotaur. That's going to be dexterity,
Yes.
and that's going to be DC 15.
Start your party off first, and we'll save Wilmer for last to build suspense.
We'll go from your left to right. +2 to save on the first one. Fails.
Okay.
Second gentleman. Ooh, 14.
It's DC 15.
So close.
Next one. Also fails.
Come on, nat 20. Oh, I saw it for a second.
And another 12.
Oh no, so those guys are going to take 8d6 fireball damage.
Kerchow!
Oh,
That's
beautiful.
a 20.
Nat 20.
Yep.
So the amount of damage I do is, oh my gosh! That's 10, that's 22, that's 32, that's 37, that's 38 damage.
So 38 cut in half
Is 19. And all 4 of these guys just took 38 damage.
That's more than their health combined.
I'm going to send my rogue from here, 5. He's going to go into here, into that corner, and he's going to attack that guy with a 13.
That is a miss.
My tiefling is going to stand back there. She's going to try to Scorching Ray the Minotaur. I get a 21, a 17, and a 19.
All miss.
Oh, miss the big guy?
Yes.
Wow!
Yep.
Oh, that's not good. The healer is going to attempt command on the orc to say, go stand in the corner. That would be a wisdom save. Difficulty class 14.
A 7.
Ha! Go stand in the corner. I've missed you with my Scorching Rays. That's really unfortunate. The rogue also gleamed the cube there a little bit, whiffed sort of super hard. I just have Kendaldrak to charge in, and I'm tempted to charge right at the Minotaur screaming bloodthirsty battle cries, but somehow I think it'll kill him. Greaves Kendaldrak is going to move over to here, and he's going to smack you. 24.
Yes, that will
Oh,
hit.
that's what.
Down to 3.
Gentlemen, that is over to you for initiative. I was at 18. Who had the 13?
That would be the orc.
The orc goes into the corner, and he'll be able to act on his next turn. Hopefully, I'll be able to dummy him up really good by then. Then the 6th initiative, I believe, is that lone goblin, because I fried everybody else.
He'll do a little stabby into the rogue. His name is I'm gonna get you. With, a 9.
Now you're going to disengage, so you're going to go 5 feet straight backwards, and then move up to your movement, is that correct? And hide?
Yes.
Can you get to somewhere to hide?
I'm gonna go behind this pillar.
All right, and then you'll make a hide check.
12.
Here's the one that I was not waiting for. I mean, yes, I'm waiting for. Oh boy, Wilmer, the mighty Minotaur chieftain. Hey, you guys! Oh boy, here he comes.
Great.
The question is, who's he going to charge?
Da-da-da.
Oh no, not Bango Babble Britches!
So Wilmer's going to come charging down on through. He's going to use his first action to gore. Because I moved at least 10 feet before I declared this action, I get to add 2d8 to this attack. Long story short, a Minotaur is going to come running down the hall to try and impale you with his horns. That'll be a 23 to hit.
An armor class of 10, that's going to really hurt.
Then, 17 damage.
Ooh!
And then, I need a DC 14 strength saving throw.
I roll a 12, and my strength bonus makes that a 12.
He has been knocked prone.
Oh no! Bango Battle Britches is not prone. He's still alive.
We're gonna fix that. Because you're knocked prone, I now get to roll with advantage for my 2 hits, for when I declare attacks.
Because you get to attack again.
Yep.
And you're hasted.
So hasted actually gives me a separate action, which we haven't used.
He gets 2 attacks?
Yes.
Oh, fudge. I think I fireballed the wrong target.
I'm gonna roll to hit him with his banner-bearing pike. So on 2d20s, we rolled a 26 to hit.
See, Bango Battle Britches got lots of power and no armor class. I really should have looked that up. Probably should have moved him farther somewhere else.
So that'll be 9 damage.
That is actually going to kill Bango Battle Britches.
I'm going to use my other action from haste to move forward.
Oh boy.
I've moved at least 10 feet. Action surge. So to be able to do another attack action. And then because I have multi-attack at this level, I get to do 2 attacks. I'm going to gore, and then if they're still alive, I'm going to do the banner pike again. So Wilmer rolled a 25.
You absolutely hit.
So that will be 19, 21, plus a 4, I believe.
All right. That's another 15 blood and 15 tears. So that's 30 just in this room, gents. Is your turn finally over?
Well-
you killed 2 of my characters.
We tried for a third, but we weren't there yet, so we're gonna call it good here
One of the things to wrap our heads around when we're playing this game is that the characters, the players are actually the monsters. So it should definitely be somewhat balanced in their favor. Now, if you're playing this as a PvP, as teams against each other, then balancing it becomes a little bit more important, and you can do that with gear, equipment. However, this is what a typical adventure should be. The characters should have some real threat, but should also be winning. But I'm not done yet. My turn, so I'm going to Guiding Bolt into the Minotaur.
Roll the hit, good sir.
I Guiding Bolt, which I critically hit, which is 8d6 damage.
Woo!
And this is radiant damage, if that makes any difference to you.
Does not in this instance to me.
Oh, we didn't quite spike like we did before. We'll reroll that one because it is cocked. It's a 3, so that's 32 radiant damage.
Oh, we are not looking good, but Wilmer's still standing somehow.
Somehow he's still standing, and you give up advantage. I'm gonna stay right there.
Why?
I don't want to get any closer because I'm going to rely on Greaves Kendledrak, who knows you're there, by the way, and is literally going to ignore you and go hit the orc in the back. Hitting the orc with an armor class 22.
That will hit.
And I get 16 damage.
I think that pops him.
It does.
So I'm going to step towards that little goblin, action surge, and try to kill him too. Armor class 16.
Yes, that hits. Oh,
15 damage.
that'll pop him as well.
All right. So I managed to run over and kill the orc.
Yep.
Just the big guy left.
Yep.
Oh man, if the rogue misses, I'm so pasted. I have advantage on the attack, which means I am going to get my sneak attack bonus. I hit armor class 21.
That's a miss.
Oh no! Oh no! That's going to be turn for the Minotaur. I'm sorry I killed all your dudes.
I'm gonna spend a bonus action to second wind. 15. Just so everyone knows, Wilmer was down to 3 health before this. Guiding Bolt hurts.
Critical Guiding Bolt absolutely worked him huge. That was super lucky. I feel like you should have inspiration, and I'm going to give you that inspiration. It's a mechanic that the DM is allowed to hand out, and you've named every single one of these guys so far. That deserves inspiration as far as I'm concerned. Feel free to take it. Take inspiration. Hit me with advantage if you choose to.
Well, I appreciate that a lot, but you know what? Wilmer doesn't need inspiration on this one because he's going to do what he always does when he gets threatened. He's going to get a bit reckless.
Oh no. So I have advantage to hit you.
But I have advantage on all these attacks. Starting with the rope then.
All right.
That will hit with a 24 with his pike.
Maine's Gloomdim only has an armor class of 14.
So 10 plus 5.
Oh no, this could kill him.
Not with this one, that's a 6.
Okie doke.
But he's going to attempt to slash down again with his pike because he can't really gore yet.
That's true.
I'll take a 23 to hit.
Oh, roll well.
That's another 6.
Oh, Maine's Gloomdim is alive! So it's back to me now.
Yeah.
She's gonna risk it for the biscuit. She's gonna step to here and try to flank you. And I'm going to swing at you and channel divinity, give myself plus 10. My attack is plus 5, is 17, plus 10 is 27.
That's a hit.
Yay! Here we go. 6 damage. Greaves Kendledrak, I don't think I can get there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. No, but he can run up to here. And then I can't really get around you because you're taking up the whole thing. Yep. However, I am attacking you with advantage again. Whew. I roll a 19. That gives me a 27. That's 3, 5, 11 damage.
Alive at 1.
Oh, no! 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 They're all gonna die.
He is going to attack twice. First of all, into
Recklessly again?
Recklessly again, of course.
First attack is, let me guess, into the rogue with 14 armor class.
Yes, sir. We're going to hit him.
Roll a crit. Come on. We hit with a modified 20.
I have 3 hit points. That's another 15 blood and 15 tears for you guys. Oh, but wait, there's more. You have a second attack.
Second attack. We've passed the banner over, and he's whirling it to come down onto the poor cleric.
23, that's gonna hit her.
That's gonna hit.
Roll a 6 or higher and you kill her.
That's
oh my
max
gosh,
damage.
that's max damage.
Max damage.
Oh! 15 more blood and tears, gentlemen. Now you're left with Greaves Kendledrak going toe-to-toe with the mighty Wilmer. How many hit points do you have left?
Just 1.
Just 1. If I hit you, I kill you. This could be it. Can I kill him? Oh no! Your attack, guys.
He is actually going to plant his flag and pull out the battle axe.
So he switches weapons to bring out his axe.
If he's angry, there's only one of you left. He
oh,
crits.
That's a crit.
Oh no!
Spike, 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 spike. Oh!
30.
Greaves Kendall Dark is down! He's dead!
All shall fear the power of Warlord Wilmer.
So that's it. That's Legend of the Keepers. We did a quick playthrough here for you folks today, give you some idea how the game goes, and once again want to thank Delfino Dracar for allowing us to use his amazing terrain, and Kelly and Austin from Game Changers, Brent as well for playing with us. Now I know that Legend of the Keepers, I know the guys are part of this whole group. They're putting together STLs for terrain as well, and I understand that's going to be part of the Kickstarter. Not sure how that looks to stretch goals, unlocks, etc. However, that is part of it, but I have to say that the miniatures that come with this set, and we didn't have quite enough time to paint and print everything that we needed, but Tycho did an amazing job painting these, and the level of detail on these is absolutely amazing. Brent, what do you think of the miniatures?
They're incredibly detailed, and like they are just beautiful to look at.
Austin, what did you think of the gameplay?
I'm really digging the fact that killing the players rewards you actively to actively spend during the game instead of being a secondary level up mechanic system. It feels really awesome as a player being able to use the points I'm building up during the fight to alter it actively instead of having to wait for a post-match level up or a in-between session.
That's a really good point, because oftentimes with Dungeons & Dragons you run, whether you're using a milestone type experience or whether you're using actual bookkeeping type experience, it takes quite a while to level, it takes quite a while to affect the game, and it really does feel sometimes like you're disconnected from how the characters grow. I really felt that, and granted we abridged it, we ran this short. These dungeons are supposed to have 30 plus rooms, so you can imagine that final fight that we had, yes, you guys had that haste banner, super helpful for you guys. However, if you can imagine, after clearing 30 rooms, you're gonna have cards, the players are gonna have cards, you're gonna be lower on funds, I'm gonna have more funds, you're gonna kill characters, so you're gonna have blood and tears to spend, which I love that mechanic. It's blood and it's tears. You spend those resources and gain in-game advantages immediately. Oftentimes with Dungeons & Dragons, there's the whole, I gotta go to a potion shop, or I gotta buy this, or what have you, and it feels like you said, Austin, it's disconnected. I really had to monitor what I was using, and I can imagine playing this with 30 rooms, you might level up during it. This is a fun, quick system. I'd love to play this as pure PvP. You can have the players say, okay, to the DM who's separate, this square, this square, this square, this square, this is where the traps are, and then as you move through it, you really don't know as the opposing player. And I think that's kind of a fun aspect. What did you like most about it, Brent?
I really enjoyed the randomness of each room as you go through a room, and once you've cleared it, the randomness of a card, like it could be beneficial to the players, heroes, or the monsters. You don't know what's going to happen from room to room.
So even if you had the same dungeon layout, you could effectively play it the same over and over. It feels like a repeatable hero quest at that point with crunchier mechanic. Austin, what did you really like about the gameplay aspect of it?
One of my favorite parts of the gameplay aspect from what we've experienced so far was the fact that with all the variations currently going on, I can see this becoming a very fun but grind experience with the scale of the dungeons. We hyper-abridged this down because a full dungeon's 30 rooms. One of the mechanics we actually didn't get to check out was that the DM / whoever's running the heroes has a once per dungeon ability to do a full rest. They heal 75% of their health, and they get all of their spell slots and abilities back to full. Seeing that stacked out would be wonderful.
What I found playing it solo and having to control all the characters, I at times felt, well, geez, what do I move here, what do I move here? And I could move the right characters when I wanted to, but I think having somebody saying, okay, these three are mine, these three are yours, like you guys were able to sort of separate and then work together and come up with better ideas. And I think ideally that's how this game should be played. Legends of the Keepers could be played one-on-one, could be played one-on-one with a GM, but I think having 6 people, 7 people, I think that would be a lot of fun. Even if it's just 2 of the heroes and then the bad guys are played by 3 players and then you've got 1 just making sure nobody does anything too ridiculous, I think that is a real magic way to play it. But that's the brilliance. This Kickstarter, which should be live as you see this, with all the wonderful little tips and tricks and all of the neat little stretch unlocks. That's it from us, folks. If you like the Kickstarter, hey, support it. If you like us, hey, support us. But really, this is about the Kickstarter. Unlock those stretch goals. See that cool mini. It's me with hair. It's so cool. And it's Tycho. It's so cool. That's probably my favorite part about all of this.
You have to let me know if Tycho's a giant.
I can't say. So Legends of the Keepers is iDemo Games, which is doing a lot of the artwork and behind the scenes Kickstarter promo stuff. Lazy Squire Games are the guys who are doing all of the models and the STLs, and they look absolutely fantastic and gorgeous. Art of the Genre. Scott is a longtime DM and has done tons and tons of Kickstarters, and absolutely has killed it with this one, I think. I think they did a really good job. Between Art of the Genre, Lazy Squire Games, and iDemo Games, these guys have put together a real winning package, and I cannot wait to see how well it does a Kickstarter, and I can't wait to get my copy. Until the next time you see us on a tabletop role-playing game in the far-flung future, play on.